Hi guys, my name is Alfonso Robinson Jr.
This is Wamika Count.
Amy. Rashad Jackson.
Brendan McCullough.
Devan Johnson.
This is week 4, Adolescent Role Assessment. Semi-structured format and rating system. The purpose, the instrument assesses past history and present organization of internalized rules by providing a profile of adolescent role development within the family, peer, and social context. Setting or position, not specified. Materials or tools, printed interview guide for examiner containing guide descriptions. The interview covers 21 topics in 6 areas: childhood play, adolescent socialization in the family, school performance, peer interactions, occupational choice, and work. The interviewer uses the interview guide to direct the conversation. Probing in the rating areas assigned according to the written criteria for each topic. Scoring on the ARA indicates appropriate behavior, 0 indicates manageable or borderline behavior, and minus indicates inappropriate behavior.
Thanks for joining me today, Sean.
Oh, thank you, sir.
My name is Devan Johnson. How you doing?
I'm good.
Nice to meet you. I'm just going to be your occupation today, and I was going to ask you a few questions that's going to be on an adolescent role assessment for you. So, first, how you doing today?
I'm good, a little sleepy, I had these midterms, but it's all good.
Yeah, those midterms can be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Especially the LCT through 12.
Oh, yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you about your childhood activities that you did.
Okay.
Little games, things like that.
Okay.
When you were a kid, what was your favorite age and why?
Favorite age? I wouldn't have a specific age, but maybe around middle school times. I didn't really have a lot of responsibility. Was outside a lot with friends, playing basketball, different sports. Played recreational baseball, basketball. Yeah, it was good times.
Okay, so you usually like to spend a lot of time with your friends, or mostly alone, or how?
Mostly friends, I would have some fun alone too, playing games, I guess, just chilling, when I can't go out, because, at that age you can't go out and go to the movies, so,
Yeah, I can definitely relate with that, especially when you had your friends that you wanted to go out with on the weekend.
Exactly.
So, okay, my next question would be relating to the types of sports that you used to do as a kid.
Okay.
Did you usually do team sports or games? And then with those games, did you have rules with them?
Yeah. Every sport had rules. Basketball. But even outside, just in the neighborhood with friends, we had certain rules. You can't just do anything. But and for recreational, of course, you had to have rules too. So
Okay. That's good. Now, as far as the kids that you used to play with, were they typically around your own age, or were they kids that were a little older or a little younger?
Some were older. Most of them were the same age, or maybe like a year younger. Just about.
Okay. Now, as far as siblings, were they the same age, or did you have any brothers and sisters?
I have a little sister, but she's like 6 years younger than me.
Wow.
So she wasn't really around. She just annoyed me when I came back to the house.
Yeah, I have a little brother that does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Now, as far as your... Let's see. When you were a kid, did you daydream a lot? Or have any make-believe friends or games?
I daydream. I never had an imaginary friend.
Do you remember any of those specific type of fantasies or daydreams?
Mostly from watching a lot of TV. Just watching like stuff like Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so playing a lot of video games. So
imagining that you were kind of those characters and everything. Okay.
Exactly.
I know exactly what you mean. Did you have any role models when you were a kid?
Role models, I would most likely would be my father, I would say.
Okay. Did he teach you any types of things such as riding a bike or learning how to play catch?
Yeah, he did actually. He actually got me into baseball, and he did teach me how to ride a bike. Him and my mom both taught me how to ride a bike.
Wow, you had a pretty active childhood.
Yeah, just about.
Okay. Now, as you've gotten older, people tend to change their interests. They change the types of things that they want to do when they grow up. Speaking from your own perspective, what were the types of interests that you had while you were growing up? So you know how most kids like, I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. Then what were those types of things that you would want to do?
Well, it depends on what age, because I know, like in preschool, I wanted to be a Power Ranger.
Yeah, I think I remember wanting to do the same thing.
I really wasn't type that just like, oh, I want to be a firefighter. I always had the fantasy type goals, I should say. So, I mean, yeah, of course they changed, because I know, I can't be like Spider-Man or nothing right now.
Right. So you would say that those interests changed as you got older?
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say you wanted to be now?
Well, I'm in school to be an occupational therapist, so I want to do that. I haven't decided if I want to go into the mental side or work with children yet. I haven't really decided yet. I'm still, debating.
Okay, so quite different from being a Power Ranger then.
Yes.
Okay. So as family, when it comes to family, the types of interactions that you had as a teenager, did you often quarrel or fight with your family, or how would you rather describe your relationship with them?
We didn't fight. We kind of clicked together. We didn't really eat at the table, but that didn't stop me or my sister from developing in any type of way. Yeah, we weren't a fighting family, easygoing. Parents were being parents, had rules, regulations, and we had to follow them.
Okay, I definitely understand that. Now, going along with this pretty quickly, when it comes to your responsibilities as a kid that you had at home, do you remember what they were and if they were reasonable?
Basic stuff. Parents give you chores, make sure your room is clean, kitchen, bathroom. Most times I would babysit my little sister when my parents would go out, just stuff like that.
And then you made sure to do them on time, right?
Yeah, on time.
Okay.
Well, sometimes when I felt like it was over.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. Now, as far as spending money, how did you actually earn that money that you spent when you were a kid?
Either doing chores or maybe bringing home. Well, I wouldn't say bring home good grades. They would, I guess, do stuff during Christmas time when grades came. But yeah, money would come from chores or cutting the grass or something like that.
How you doing, Ms. McCullough? I am Alphonse Robinson, the occupational therapist. Is it okay for me to shake your hand?
Not really.
Okay, we can move past that. Okay, my first question, do you mind getting off your phone? Are you satisfied with your school performance?
What do you mean?
What could you do to improve your school performance as in academic-wise?
I guess I could study more. I guess I could read more, go to class. But I hate going to class.
Why do you hate going to class?
It's just stupid and pointless and oh my gosh.
Well,
I got better things to do.
Well, ma'am, let me tell you something right now, okay? I'm the therapist, you're the patient, and I have to do this evaluation in order for me to diagnose you.
Are you getting fuck with me?
No, I'm just...
Are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at
Why
you.
are you
Calm
yelling?
down. Calm down, okay? Next question, however, are you treated fairly by your teachers?
Sometimes. Other times, no. Not really. Yes.
Okay. Are you ever removed from class for your conduct?
There was this one time when I got up and I slapped that girl in her face.
And why did you slap her?
He was popping her gum.
So if I pop my gum right now,
I'm crying.
okay. I have to work on this. What activities are you involved in at school?
I play soccer,
Mm-hmm.
basketball, football.
Football,
Yeah, football.
flag,
Regular football.
tackle.
Yeah.
You on the boys team or girls?
Why are you asking so many questions?
How are you an asset to your team? Okay, after school, are you usually alone? Do you have a friend or do you hang with a group of friends or?
No, I'm a loner. Sometimes I cry myself to sleep at night because I don't have any friends.
Why is that?
Everybody thinks I'm weird. They don't like me. Nobody talks to me.
Okay, nobody talks to you. Okay, so
Can we speed this up?
I'm the therapist.
I have something.
You're the patient. Again.
I have something
Okay.
to do.
Okay.
Like
How many hours a week do you spend in the following activities?
I think we should get somebody in here because he's yelling at me and I don't appreciate this. You're raising your voice and I don't appreciate
I'm
it.
sorry. Okay. Is scheduling a problem for you, as in school, work?
Scheduling what? What are you talking about? What is this even about?
It's about your time management. Like, what do you do outside of class?
I don't do anything.
But you just
I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do this. I want you to leave. I want you to go. You're dismissed.
I have another question right quick.
I don't
For
want to
you.
answer any more questions.
What do you know about your neighborhood? This is your community. What do you know about your neighborhood? Is there people in your community that plays a big role in your life, or how is that?
I'm not going to answer any more questions.
Okay. Listen, Mr. Nicole, I'm here to help you.
Did you just touch me?
I did. And
I don't approve of you touching me.
Sorry.
I don't want you to touch me
Okay.
because you hurt me right here. It hurts. And I don't appreciate it.
Have you ever worked before?
No.
Never worked. Okay. If you did work, what occupation would you like to enter into?
I don't know.
No. Never thought about.
Nope. Not one bit.
Have you ever thought about your future?
Nope. Can you speed it up, please?
No, I'm
You're
doing this
taking
evaluation. I'm
forever.
doing this evaluation. Okay. If you could change anything in the world, what would you change?
I don't care.
No.
I don't.
Would you like to change your therapist?
Yes, I would.
And why would you like to change your therapist?
You mean?
I'm so sorry.
You hit me? I don't touch me. Just don't touch me. Stop.
You need some tissue? I need tissue. Okay, let's get your mind off this. What do you do in your personal time?
I
What makes you
read.
happy? Are you reading? How many?
I read books, magazines, my phone.
That seems to calm you down. I see. All right, Miss McCullough, that will be it for today. She'll see you next week. Thank you.
I hope not.
According to the scoring sheet, Shad was the patient and Devan was the therapist. Childhood play, he under activities was a plus, rules was a plus, interaction was a plus, fantasy was a plus, role models was a plus. Under adolescent socialization, family, interactions plus, responsibilities plus, economics plus. School consistency plus responsibility. According to the second half of the scoring sheet, AJ was the therapist and Brittany was the patient. Feedback for under score, she got a plus. Role models plus, activities plus. Peers activities, she got a plus. Time, she got a negative. Under adolescent occupational choice, she got work was a 0, choice stage was a negative. Adult work goals negative, fantasy was a negative.